Hello, everyone, whoever might be watching this later on in the video form. Let's see, what are we doing here? Let's get things going. So today we're going to talk about some DeFi, and I'm going to call them DeFi-ish projects. They're not necessarily DeFi. They're really, these ROI dApps and anything you're making an interest on, or some sort of trading bot situation, or the drips out there. We're going to call these casino money, right? Because that's what it is, right? You're gambling out there with your money, hoping it's going to last long enough for you to make a profit. And, a lot of these you can, if you play them right. But let's talk about the market real quick. What's going on? Obviously, the last couple of days have been pretty decent. Things going up. Ethereum now up over 1,600, over 21,000 for Bitcoin, which is cool to see. It's been, hovering in the 19 to 20 for a while. But that's kind of where we're at. BNB 15% over the last week. It's just ticking up consistent. BNB is one of those consistent performers, even over the last month. XRP, nice to see, right? Just about 50 cents. Tony. Hey there, Tony. How you doing? Nice to see you here. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully we'll get a few more people on here in a little bit, and we'll start talking about some Optimus and a little StableFund, and kind of see where we're at in the whole DeFi space, right? What's going on out there? People getting wrecked? Are they making profits? What's going on? I want to talk about some StableFund first, because that's kind of where my stream came from. And now that StableFund is, it's not gone yet. And it may not go away. I'm not really sure. I can't tell the future. Don't know what's going to happen with them. But Tony, are you in StableFund or OPT3? Maybe in both. Right. A lot of people jumped off of StableFund and got into OPT3. Right. StableFund still up, still running. I haven't got a refund yet. Just if you want to know, still waiting for. Let's see. 2,344 Matic. They say they're going to refund me. I'm not holding my breath. If that happens, it's been a week. They said 2 to 3 weeks, so they got another couple of weeks to go in both. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Did you get a refund? Hopefully you got your refund, or maybe you're decided to go V2. I'm thinking it's just a little too risky at this point. The way they're doing the refund process obviously isn't, I don't think is, the way they're explaining it is not really an accurate depiction of reality on how these refunds would be working. If they had the money available, they would have been refunding most people by now. So good to see you're in both. I'm going to be doing a lot more OPT3 content now that I decided to dive into it, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. So StableFund's still up and running. Obviously you can look in the contracts and there's nothing in them. They moved the contracts moved the money out of the contracts to MEXC, I think, and other places. Hopefully they're going to get everybody refunded that wanted a refund. Waiting for V2, I have no doubt. Okay, good. Then you're a V2 believer. Maybe I'll jump back in once it's up and running, but I'm just a little hesitant. I don't think they are being as forthcoming as they could be. Refunds should be going a lot faster. It doesn't take days or hours or weeks to move money into a wallet and then hit a script and have it spit out refunds. Quality Crypto in the house. Yay. Hey, Sean. Yep. The refunds are frustrating a lot of people. Yeah. The lack of communication is one of the biggest problems. For any project, obviously, lack of communication is a problem. They say, oh, just give us time. To me says, maybe we don't have all the money we said we had. And, I'm sure a lot of that liquidity dried up for them too, when everybody panic sold the S-Rocket, right? A lot of people sold out of their S-Rocket, so that drained a lot out of it. So who knows? We'll see. A couple more weeks after they said 2 to 3 weeks. I'll wait 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, if I don't have it, I'm going to have to call it like I see it. Thanks for joining me, Quality. I appreciate it. Tim Shea. Hey, Tim. It's good old Tim Shea. I appreciate you showing up on this Saturday. How are you guys doing out there on Saturday? Right? Are you guys living in an area where you feel the effects of winter? Right. So I'm in Idaho, and you can definitely tell winter is upon us. We had a first little slight snow yesterday morning, getting a little chilly. That BUSD one for 2% looks good. Are you talking about Quality Cryptos? I did watch your video. Most of the video earlier. I was trying to skim through a bunch of things just to, figure out what was going to talk about today. And I think I wrote that one down. It's called Automated USD Capital. And we can pull that up here in a little bit and check it out. I'm just not, I want to make sure everybody who listens to me and who maybe follows me or whatever, we have a conversation about this, that we just keep things real. And these are, I forget whoever, there's another channel and he talks about a lot of drip content and he puts it correct, right? These are slot machines, right? I call it a casino, where you're rolling dice on any of these, right? Most of them are, have some sort of Ponzi-nomic type elements to them. And I just don't believe any of them are going to last. So you gotta get in, take your profits, have a plan if you're going to do it. And then, and don't be shocked when they disappear one day. DApp Radar. You guys ever use DApp Radar? This is kind of cool. I use this while I look at this at work occasionally just to see what's going on out there. Of course, the stuff that we're talking about is in the high risk category, but I don't see either one of these. StableFund ended up in the DeFi space after it was in the high risk, like they moved it over because it was going, well, and now it's gone. So, and that's that. Seems to tick the right boxes. Yeah. So how long? So I don't watch all of your videos, and I know you kind of have a theme for your channel, and you do a lot of these type of high risk, high reward type programs. Do you have a scale or a way that you kind of estimate how long these things last, or how long you might think they're going to last? And what's your strategy for them? Do you just put in a little bit, kind of see how it goes, and then add to it, or do you just have a throw money in, take your initial out whenever you get a chance, and then run with the profits? Right. I mean, that seems to be the best play, obviously. So StableFund, there's not a whole lot left to talk about. Michael on the Telegram group said that he was on his way to Japan, and I guess they're supposed to be talking about the V2 and the tokenomics and that, and how that's all going to work out. And so we're just waiting. We're waiting for info. So we can speculate all day long, but it's not really going to do anything. So this week I did happen to put some into Optimus, and I mean, this thing is like a stable coin. It was $1.56 or $1.54 last week. Now it's still bouncing around $1.58. Was $1.56 just a little earlier. So let's see. Let me connect my wallet here. And I'm actually going to put a little bit more in, because I just put a little tester in. And let's see, OPT. Yeah, so I made a wallet just for this, and I do recommend this. And if you guys are in a lot of these different projects, and some of them can be a little sketchy, let's be honest. Hopefully you're in the habit of making, more than one wallet. So I've got I have a couple different wallets in here. So see, I have some Matic, and I've got some OPT3 here, which is right here. It was super easy. You just you trade Matic for the OPT3 token, and you just hold it in your wallet. You don't do anything else. It's actually been kind of nice, because I haven't even been able to really think about it, because I've been busy at work the last couple of days. But you don't have to, right? You just check your wallet. There it is. I think I've gotten 2 rebase or interest payments, however you want to call it. It is 1%. There are no fees. You can take it out anytime. There's no lock period, no waiting time. I mean, quite honestly, it's about as easy as it can be. I always go for ones I can withdraw my initial after time period, and then, yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's the same thing. I mean, I'm not going to put a ton into here. So I don't know, at some point, as soon as it gets to a certain level, maybe I'll start, withdrawing, the dailies. But right now it's like $4 a day. So not exactly going to turn into $1 million. But I'm going to buy some more here today. And just so I can show you guys, if you guys are interested at all in this, on how easy it really is. Go on to buy. I don't have this set up, so hopefully this goes correctly. USDT. No, I'm going to go from Matic to OPT3. It's already, my wallet's already connected. Got 176 Matic. I think I'm going to go maybe 150 Matic more. And have you guys seen the price of Matic? It's going crazy. It's gone crazy this week. So that gets me another 113 OPT3 tokens. Hit swap, confirm. All right, go down. You got to confirm on MetaMask. And that is it. That is all you do. Processing here, so it takes a second. I have some OPT3. We'll put more when I get my Matic back. Yeah, I will put more into here once I get that refund. If I get that refund, hopefully. Excuse me. I'll probably throw at least another 1,000 Matic in there just to get her going. And then as we go along, and we're doing live streams on every Saturday, and we'll take some out. I'm not going to do the StableFund route and just try to do nothing but compound, every day, for a long period of time. But I'm going to get my initial out and do it correctly. Show you guys, I am capable of doing these things like they're supposed to be done. But good, Tim. That's good. Hopefully this will make up for some losses in the StableFund, or maybe not losses. Let's call them lost profits, right? I mean, if you get a refund, then you really haven't lost anything but time. My primary ones were StableFund and Optimus, but look for a bit of a quick win because of the StableFund blow. Yeah, it has worked pretty well so far, but was never my plan to go high risk. Yeah, honestly, and I'm thinking about, why is it we like these high risk things, right? I mean, I'm a gambler at heart, so I'm okay with the risk. I understand, you throw money in, which is why I say on all my videos, like we could wake up tomorrow literally and Optimus could be gone and the website's gone. Can't find it. DeFi dude's not exactly doxed, the guy behind it, but he does seem, reasonable, does seem fairly transparent. He did say on one of his last videos that his admins that he uses for his Telegram group and I believe Discord, that he did show them the bot, so they know it's real, so they have that trust. They don't have to be just blindly trusting that the bots are real. And you can kind of see on the charts. Let's see. Do I have it out here on my watch list? Where is it? So here's the chart. And obviously, when you see this, right, this is definitely a bot balancing this out, right? This is not somebody trading that's balancing. This is a bot doing this type of work. So that I believe, but that's because the bot, has basically half of the supply and it's able to do this, make these, when you get a run, what you might call the bank run on it, it can buy itself back up to make sure that price stays, pretty balanced. And it has, obviously, for the last couple of weeks, it really hasn't moved, which is good and bad, right? We want to see this thing, go up. I'd love a $3, OPT token price. That would be nice. But why do we do this? Why are we in these high risk gamble plays, right? These are just degenerate gamble plays. And I enjoy gambling. But because the rest of the market sucks, right? The rest of the market, the blue chips, those are long-term holds. You buy them and you just sit. And some of them are going to take years to blossom right into a nice portfolio. Especially if if you're not able to throw 10,000, $50,000 into Bitcoin or Ethereum or Matic or whatever it is, and sit on it for a couple of years, right? Right. People like I'm assuming some of you out there are like me, and I've got thousands of dollars out there invested in various different tokens, and I have to wait, right? It's any one of them could make me wealthy if they just blow up, right? And the same for you guys. But why we sit here for possibly years and wait for the blue chips to go up and the next bull run, we want to see something, right? We want to play a game. So these are games we're playing, and hopefully, I can kind of beat it into everybody's heads that just take your profit, right? Understand how the game works, and play the game properly. Axeman TVC. Okay, yeah, I know. I struggle with your name every time. How do I divide that up? Howdy, I appreciate you showing up. I do. I really do. Saturday stream, keeping it real with the straight talk. Tony, I see StableFund have this little short pause, make things even better than before, and trades even be shown at a live screen at the dashboard in V2. Yes, obviously, if they put this V2 thing together for StableFund, and they're trading only during trading days, right? Normal trading days, if they're trading, stocks and other things, usually it's a 5-day, Monday through Friday. They said they're going to do it on MT4, which is MetaTrader 4, which is just a platform that you use, attached to a broker account. I've done it before in the past. So yeah, they can do that. And if they did lower the percentage per day to 1%, that's going to make it even more realistic. So you're going to get 5% a week instead of, like, Optimus is paying 7% a week, right? However, here's another difference between the two. StableFund pays in a regular token, right? Matic token or BNB or however it is they're going to structure that. If they're going to continue that, hopefully, that pays you in something that you don't have to worry about that token or that supply being unsellable, right? In OPT3, what's your risk? Well, maybe the platform doesn't go anywhere, but maybe they just stop paying. And now what are you going to do, right? Nobody's going to want to buy those tokens that you have. You're not going to be able to convert them back to Matic. You're going to be stuck with tokens that have no value. That's the downside. That's the risk we take. And I accept that risk. I understand it. Hopefully you guys do, Tony. But yeah, that's if they can do that, that will definitely create a ton of trust in the community for that. If they can live stream trades and be more transparent than they were before. Because to me, the pessimist in me wants to say they used the Matic contract issue as a reason to kind of make massive changes. Maybe it wasn't going the way they thought it was going to go. Maybe they had some losses that they need to cover up, or whatever the issue was. They used that, yeah, they didn't rug pull necessarily. I'm not calling it a rug pull, and they have refunded some people. So, people get to move on. You don't ever see that in this space. Although OPT or Optimus did have 2 prior versions, right? There were, we're on OPT3, right? So there was issues with the first and second, but he was able to roll everybody over. So nobody was really at a loss. I'm sure there was some loss somewhere, but it does show a lot about a project that just takes the hits and makes it, does what they need to do to improve it and makes it a little bit better, and doesn't run and hide. Slowing that down, now I have DCA'd profits into OPT3 and high risk plays. Yeah, and I'm calling OPT. I'm calling Optimus still a high risk play, right? We don't really know, when we're talking about these. Gosh, I wrote down a bunch and I left another page downstairs, but I mean, Optimus, you got Drip, you got Project 79, Prosperity Gem Mining, Pizza Tower, Unico now, which is going to be coming out here soon. Horde, Wealth Mountain, StableFund, Furio, Yield Protocol, Seifu, and then there's Ape Safe Club. I just saw that one today. I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but they're all basically the same. They each have different mechanics, and maybe some have more fees than others, and maybe some are saying it's a trading bot, and some are miners, which we know a miner is literally just a Ponzi, and that's all it is, right? And hopefully that I'm sorry, I can't speak. When you go into that, they're Ponzi's, right? So you get in early, you get your money, and you get out. So there is a reason why none of those projects, right, are doxed, right? There's one main reason, and that's so when they pull the money or it falls apart, they feel like there's not going to be as much blowback and nobody's going to be able to find them, right? And that's probably true for the most part. I'm sure they have that set up in advance. But when you set up a miner that is literally just new money paying out old money, I don't know what you expect, right? I don't know how would you not expect, legal action to follow, or people to threaten you, or, for you to, catch a lot of heat. Like, what do you expect when you put together just a complete, Ponzi scheme? Yep. So patiently waiting. Okay. No refund for you. Was yours in Matic also? Mine was in Matic. And I know somebody here had mentioned to me that they had a refund, but theirs was in, I think, BNB. They got a refund there, and they're still waiting for BUSD or Matic. But mine's in Matic. Haven't seen that. And you can go into these. Here's another question I have. Let's see, where was it? It was in the Discord. So if you go into Discord and they say, hey, everybody, refunds have started, and this was the 31st. So this was 5-6 days ago. And they provide the contract. I'm sorry, it popped up on my other screen. So here's that contract address that they gave, right? This thing ran for basically for a few hours for one day. And it paid out 1,764 transactions, and it hasn't done anything since. So to you guys, now to me, I'm not a wallet reader. But to me, this says they paid out only 1,700 transactions. I guarantee you that's not everybody. So what happened? Why did it stop, and why hasn't it started again in the last 4 days? And then the same thing with BUSD. Like, this kind of stuff here is what creates FUD, right? What creates the negativity. Dang it, why does it keep... Sorry, it keeps popping up on my other screen. So why are you going to put this out there? You're going to publish this address, or the wallet, the contract, I'm sorry, knowing you only did this for a few hours. This one only paid out less than 500 transactions. So, here's the Matic. So 500 people got refunds out of likely, thousands and thousands. But why do that? That is my question. Like, the communication here just doesn't make sense. I mean, and then you would ask yourself, well, I mean, if they plan on running and hiding with the money, why would they do this? Why would they even put this out there to begin with? Why would they even start the refund process and not just take all the money? Well, these are all good questions that we don't have answers to, that we need answers. And, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. We're just going to sit and we're going to wait for it. But this is the kind of info you put out, right? You like to see it at first, and you're excited because you see some of the transactions going through, but then it stops, and then there's no more communication, as to the reasons behind it. Axeman, yeah, high risk, high reward. Exactly. That's what we're preaching here. That's what Michael said recently. What did Michael say recently? High risk, high reward. Hi all. How is the Rui Gaspar? The Forge. Yes. Welcome to the Forge. I keep forgetting that. Right. It's just a nickname for the channel, for the group. I am starting. I don't know if you guys know. Let's see. So I do have a Discord channel. I'm going to build. Actually, I'm going to pay Fiverr or somebody to put it together for me properly. And not very complicated. It's going to be very simple, just something we can chat about and maybe throw some ideas around. Just so I can have my own, because people keep asking me, hey, where's your Discord? I'm like, what am I going to do with the Discord that I can't do on here? But somebody explained it. Actually, my son explained it to me. He's like, well, you can't just communicate with people who want to talk to you or have questions just on YouTube. That's not very easy. It's not a very effective way of communication. But thanks, Rui. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I probably butcher it every time. I appreciate you showing up. High quality crypto. Tim Shea says, hey. I think Optimus can be a good thing too. Yeah, I think so as well, which is why I went ahead and, stuck my toe in the water on that one. And why is it? Why do we think Optimus is going to be okay, right? It pays less than StableFund did, right? Which is a huge difference. And I don't know if you guys have done the work on this. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. My kid is in the garage starting his loud car. But if you've got $1,000 or 1,000 tokens, let's say, at 1%, right? 37,000. I think I did this on a video. 37,000 to almost 38,000. That's over a year of doing nothing but compounding, right? Which we're not going to do. So remember that number, almost 38,000. Change it to 1.5%, right? I mean, that is a massive difference. And obviously, the compounding, as you move further away from your start date, it starts to snowball. So now we have to wait a little bit longer, to ROI. Basically 100 days, you get 1%, that's 100%. 100 days isn't that long, but when your money's sitting there and you don't know really what's going on or who the project owner really is, you can get stressful too, right? I don't anticipate this will be a stress-free project or investment for myself or anybody else for that matter. Optimus DAO. Have you guys, anybody who's in Optimus, have you joined the DAO? Now the DAO is allowing the community members to vote on certain activities, right? The first one was NFT designs, which I didn't have anything to do with. I'm not a big NFT guy, but the second one was voting on having a Binance Smart Chain version, just like the Matic version. I voted yes, because why not? It doesn't matter to me. I like BNB. I don't know if they're going to do BNB or BUSD based. You're still going to get paid in the Optimus token. So to me, it doesn't really matter. It's just the same risks are involved no matter what you do. But I thought it was a cool idea. So DeFi dude is taking it seriously, and he's given the community some other things to do. Obviously, just sitting and collecting a percentage or whatever in a token that really doesn't do anything isn't very exciting. And if you do that for long enough, right, people tend to forget about it. So he's got to keep coming up with ways to get the community involved, make it more, make it worth, watching and following up on all the time. So that is my, let's see, let's update this. That's my Optimus. Oh, got to connect the wallet again. So now I'm up to 362, right? It's not a ton of money, $580. I'm making $5.80 per day right now, which awesome. That's ridiculous interest versus anywhere else you're going to put your money. So this one we'll hang on to for a little bit and see what happens. I do like the fact that DeFi dude seems to be more open. He is going to show the trading bot. He has, he says he's got his friends and family into it, but who knows? We don't really know that. The refund wallet has pissed a lot of people off. They're choosing when to refund and not communicate why. Then they don't like the complaints, right? What do they expect? Exactly. Quality crypto. That's exactly what I'm saying. Why put that information out there when you know that you're not going to be following through like everybody is expecting, and then not communicating about that? Happy Man. Hello from Brazil. I love Happy Man when he's here. He's full of positivity, keeps the chat nice and positive. I appreciate that, Happy Man. Thank you. Brazil. How's the weather in Brazil today? Hopefully everything's cool down there. Hey, Happy. Hell yeah, I joined your Discord when you set up. Okay, excellent. Excellent. I'm kind of dragging my feet because I'm having the same issue I had when I started the channel, and that was, what am I going to talk about? What's it going to be about? What direction it's going to go? Why is anybody going to want to talk to me? Or hang out. So I have that. It's just a mental mindset thing I have to, I got to get through, and then, pay somebody on $5 or $50 to put together. Cool. And Chris in the house. Hey, cool. I appreciate you showing up, showing me some support. I do appreciate it, man. I really do. What's going on? Well, it's Saturday here where I live, and it's a little bit chilly, and winter is coming. And the market, could be more exciting, which is why we're talking about these, these degenerate gambling plays, because people like to talk about that. I talk about cool stuff like XRP, and I don't get a lot of reaction or response with that, because it's just not as sexy as rolling the dice. Tim, still with ST and got into Optimus 2 and ready to lose all or gain with 1% on both. Yeah, and there's your positive attitude, right? That's happy man. He understands the game. You can make big, you can lose big. Don't put money in there that you can't do without. And speaking of that, I was on Telegram this morning, and where's my notes? People were in there. People are in these projects. They get into these projects, and then they start asking questions like, well, what does market cap mean? Right? What's liquidity? How does that work? Like, they literally have not even a base of understanding of crypto, and probably not even, finance in general. And they're out here throwing money in that they probably can't afford to lose, and think that these things are, a godsend. It's a lottery ticket for them that they think they won. But good to see you're still with both. And, we'll see what's going on with StableFund. If StableFund comes back, honestly, if it comes back and does exactly what it says, and it continues on for another year, that's going to be the comeback of the century, for a crypto project like this. I'll be pretty excited. There's a lot of people who are never going to trust them again. And yet there's still a lot of people who will happily ride on, right? There's some, you do get cult-like vibe, with a, small core group of people that stick with certain projects, right? And we see that in Saitama and Terrarium and everything else, right? It's not that they're bad people. It's just, they have that tribal mindset, and it's hard to get out of that. And then, no matter how many times they lose money in a certain project, they're going to keep coming back for more. What I write before trades be shown at a live stream on the dashboard. So is that what they said? So they said that's what they're going to do, or is that your hope? Dashboard, having the trades on the dashboard that's a game changer. Because then people can, really kind of verify that and really use that, for that trust factor that we're all wanting, right? Right. We all want to trust all of these projects, right? I'm in MetaMonkey AI, which I trust because I see the devs, right? I see what's going on behind the scenes. They're very transparent and open. They run a business. They're running a metaverse or an AI business and building metaverse, and they could have done that with or without crypto. Right? They didn't have to incorporate a token, but they wanted to bring, kind of that Web3 experience into to what they're working on. So, I'm honored that I'm on the team and not on the team really. I'm just helping market out there and get the word out. And I'm going to be doing a little update here at the end of this stream, because we did have an update on the wallet, the Pure wallet. Hi, Tim. Hey, Cool and Chris. I got to jump off. Yeah, quality. Absolutely. I appreciate you showing up. The fees in Optimus are far less. Well, there are no fees. So yeah, they're definitely, that's a huge thing, right? They're not, right. You have in these DeFi-ish projects, you have either new money paying out old money, or you have fees and taxes on transactions that are building the treasury in order to pay out things, right? But there's always a level of Ponzi-nomics. I just haven't figured out Optimus if there is some or not. He says there's none, but how do we really know that? I do know there's a bot because it's obvious in their chart, and the bot is taking and making sure that this price, it doesn't tank, right? And that's the whole reason for that bot. So yeah, the fees are awesome. There's no lock period. You just hold the token in your MetaMask or Coinbase wallet, and you're done, or Trust Wallet, or whatever it is you got hooked up to it, and that's it. You could sell anytime. Yes, joined DAO and voted being okay. Good. Yeah, it looks. I mean, it was like 80%, I think. What's the DAO says? Yeah, 87%. So obviously this thing's going to pass. We have to wait another couple of days for this to end, and then, I'm sure it'll take some time for them to build the bots and the protocols and whatever they're going to do on the BSC chain. Interesting how people don't think XRP is sexy. Cool. I'm with you, man. It is, like I've told this every time. It is my biggest bag. I don't need it to be a 4-digit price for me to retire. I don't even need it to be a 3-digit price to retire. So, I think it is. It is. I mean, it has already proven itself to be the widest use case in crypto currently. Right? Banks, financial institutions are using it all over the world, and it's growing day by day. Ripple is pushing their product out there, and a lot of those companies are using XRP as a bridge currency or on-demand liquidity. That's also in heavy use right now, and going to get even heavier once this lawsuit is over. This ridiculous lawsuit. But I agree with you, Cool. I would say I'm an XRP maxi, but I don't believe in being a maxi of any token. A lot of them are going to do really well. A lot of the top 100 are going to do make people a lot of money this next bull run. Hopefully, people have learned from the past and are able to take profits when they need to. Well, politically, yeah, happy man in Brazil, yeah, the political climate very, very stormy down here. Yeah, that's probably not as good as the weather. We see a lot of stuff, and it's hard to tell what's real and what's not real when we look at media here, and I don't know that anybody trusts what we read and what we see in the media. Everybody's got their spin on it. You don't seem so confident with refunds. What's your confidence score? Matt Susi, hopefully DeFi and passive income. Thanks for being here. I appreciate the comment and the support. So, I mean, I don't know when you came in, but my confidence level is low only because of the way they're handling the refunds. If they had all the money they say they had, the refunds should have been done by now, right? There's no reason for the refunds to take 2 to 3 weeks. It doesn't take that long to move money from one wallet to another wallet, run that script that they already have because they've already given out refunds. So it's, to me, it's maybe they're trying to figure out a way to get more money, or maybe it's just the way they do business. I honestly don't know them, so I don't know. I do know that once you put that link out there in the Discord group about giving out refund, this is really starting to make me mad now. Why is this thing? So you put this out there, and you see that it ran basically for 1 day. It gave out, what's the number of? It gave out 517 refunds from this, and then nothing, right? And nothing since. So that's the frustration I think I have with it, and I've already counted my tokens gone, so I'm okay. And if I get it back, it's just a bonus. That's a bonus for me. It would be nice. 2,300 Matic tokens is nothing to laugh at, especially with the price of Matic right now going up. Love to have them, but if I don't get them, I'm not going to cry about it. It is what it is. I took the risk. I'm a big boy. So my confidence score on a scale of 1 to 10, on 10, me absolutely know that I'm getting a refund. I'm going to say it's a 5. I'm right in the middle, right? I want to believe, right? Everybody wants to believe. Everybody wants to think that, people are they want to keep their word, right? They said they were going to do refunds. So, I want to think that Michael is going to do what he said he's going to do, right? And that's just human nature, right? We want to believe the best in people, even though, it's usually a mistake. Cool. When they will, when it pops. Yeah, they'll be really ecstatic about XRP. All those haters out there. they're going to be eaten their words. Hang on a second. I just got somebody on StableFund Telegram group is asking for my channel name. Search the Crypto Smith. A little self-promotion right there. Let me okay, sorry about that. Sorry about the little delay there. Know what Michael said. So I don't know, Tony, what your know what Michael said. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know he said he's giving refunds. He said absolutely everybody's going to get their refund. So I want to believe that. Annie Rock, good afternoon. Well, good afternoon to you too. I hope things are well in your neighborhood. Thanks for showing up. Hey, Annie Rock. Saitama does not really vibe with me, as you said. Has the feel of tribalism. Yeah, Saitama is the story that's never going to end, right? It's always there's always something going on there. It's like the Rick, what is it? The Jerry Springer show. You know, if you guys know what that is, right? It's just it's a total train wreck. No, Saitama doesn't vibe with me either, and a lot of people lost a lot of money in that. And you know, unfortunately, I hate to see any project fail. It doesn't do any good for crypto in general, but that is a group of people that I just don't think they're going to get it together. I really don't. And tribalism, it has been alive and well in that group for a long time. And it caused a lot of people, and even some social media influencers that helped build Saitama, they left as well because they just couldn't deal with it anymore. But tribalism, right? We're humans. Okay, and this is one thing I get into arguments with, heated discussions, let's say, with a lot of people over, tribalism. Well, human nature puts us into our own tribes, right? We are creatures that want to be with like people, right? Whether it's race, whether it's religion, backgrounds, sex, whatever it is. We want to be with people who are like-minded and who are like us, and maybe because they look like us or they sound like us or they think like us, right? That makes us tribal. We are tribal in nature. So when we do these experiments, like the U.S., is a melting pot of all different sorts, it does create problems because humans are tribal, right? I don't think we were designed to be all kind of thrust together and have to deal with everybody else's differences and things that you don't like or do like. So, I mean, it does help. It is nice to get different groups together who can have a logical and reasoned, debate on different ideas. That discourse, right, is okay. But a lot of people have trouble keeping it, mature, keeping it reasonable. I think the guys are reluctant to show the trades because they're afraid that if they show too much, DeFi Dude talked about this last video, for us to see the trades to make us more relaxed. Yeah, and he did say he was going to show the trades to everybody, not the trade logs, because that's, I guess, where you might see like how they're doing it, what they're doing, and people can reverse engineer and that kind of stuff. And he's I like his style of talking about it because he does tell you straight out, like, hey, maybe it's not for everybody. If you don't trust, me, then don't put your money in it. Right. He doesn't, he's not shilling for everybody to put their money in. But he is very confident about this. And so, hopefully this will last, 6 months. I mean, honestly, if this lasts for 6 months, I'm okay. That's going to be fine. But you are right. Thanks for that comment. OFC, I hope too, but that was Michael's own words from yesterday. Okay. I didn't see that on Telegram. I try to stay out of the Telegram group as much as I can because, it's a lot of whiners. There's a lot of whiners in there that shouldn't have put money in. I understand the two sides. Yep. Yeah, I totally get it. I can see both sides. And, we do want to believe everybody. We want everything to be real because then we can see the possibilities and the money you might make and how that might change your life. But you got to keep it real, right? We got to keep it real. These things are gambles. They're just straight up rolling the dice. Daniel, oh, hang on, Happy Man, I forgot. Yes, the transaction fees on the swap are small. Yes, they are. The transaction fees, yes, they are. You are correct on that. Daniel Gayton, hey Daniel, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. We're just talking about playing the lottery, playing the casino out there, the DeFi-ish casino, where you throw some money out there and hope it lasts long enough for you to get your money back. And why is that? Because the rest of the market isn't very exciting. And so people like to, they want to be involved and engaged. And that's really, this is where it's at, right? This is the only thing that's really moving. Although Matic, let me look at Matic again, because where's my chart here for Matic? Because I know Matic was going, Matic's doing very well. And I've got Matic, so, I'm appreciative that this price has gone. I don't know why. I haven't looked into what's the reasoning behind this Matic play this last few days, right? Up almost 30% on the week, which is great to see. Solana had a little pump. BNB always, for some reason, BNB is just the slow grind forward. I remember I don't own a ton of BNB. I own a little bit, but I bought it. I think it was in the $200 range, or something right around $200. And just see this kind of slow grind upward is nice to see. Croc, there's no way 517 people clicked that refund before I did. I clicked refund within a minute of that message popping up on the dashboard. Yes, that is also another question as to why, it says first in, first out. So if you signed up for or clicked on it for a refund first, supposedly you were supposed to get your refund first. But I did see a lot of people complain about that they were on it the second it was available, and they still haven't seen a refund. So and I clicked on refund. It had to have been at least 8 hours after it was available, because I was at work. I'm not able to log in and on my wallet and do that. OFC DeFi dude said they won't show the secret sauce setup of the trades on Optimus either. Yeah, and he's not going to, and he doesn't have to. But like I said, I do appreciate the honesty and the way that he approaches it. And that if you don't trust it because you're not going to see the secret sauce, as they call it, then you don't need to put your money in. Go somewhere else. There's a ton of these ROI dApps and trading bot programs and miners and stuff that aren't going to last forever, but they're out there, and you could probably do something with those. Alan Dustin, I think this is your first comment. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. I think Michael StableFund kept a good portion of what was left and is claiming little is left from the profit. That we just don't know, right? I mean, we can speculate on what's going on behind the scenes, but like I said earlier, I'm going to give him 2 more weeks. That's the time frame that he said, and then we will go from there. And we'll, if I don't have a refund by then I'll call it like I see it. But if everybody doesn't get a refund, I don't see how V2 can go forward without just a ton of FUD and negativity around it. So I think the key to getting V2 off the ground, if that's what they're going to do, is to get people the refunds that he's promised them. XRP to the moon. What's your take on the case? I think settlement before. So Daniel, I don't think those emails are going to see the light of day. I think they just pushed now. All these. I think there are 11 amicus briefs that were filed, or permission to be filed. Basically, some of them are already filed. And an amicus brief, for those of you who don't know, is basically a brief and a reasoning statement of a third party on behalf of one of a defendant or plaintiff in a case. So in this case, it's Ripple, and so there have been 11 different companies that have come out and filed these briefs on behalf of Ripple and XRP. So now, because there's so many, and this is kind of unprecedented in this type of case, the SEC has filed to delay their response to these amicus briefs till November 30th. So they just pushed it back, and the judge agreed, and Ripple even agreed, but they just delayed it another 2 weeks. before all of the information goes before the judge or the judge has, and then she's going to take all that info and into account and can go months and months and deliberate on that herself and decide whether they're going to settle part of the case, and maybe they'll settle, like, there are so many different outcomes that could happen, right? And a really good outcome would be the judge declares that today's XRP is not a security and is a commodity, and doesn't have to be regulated by the SEC, but maybe the initial sales, there's some questions on, and maybe send that to trial. So she can break it up into parts and can declare part of it a security and part of it maybe needs more clarification and maybe has to go to trial. So obviously that would be a great outcome, because then, the XRP that we hold now and the XRP on the secondary markets are going to be just fine, and they're going to be relisted on all the exchanges, and we should see a nice little pump there. That would be awesome to see, but we don't know, right? You never know how much knowledge does the judge actually have about cryptocurrency, and how things work, or the financial system in general. Just because they're, maybe great judges and well educated, doesn't mean they really have a ton of information and knowledge or experience dealing with all of the different things they have to deal with. So it's probably a little stressful for them, I imagine, because this is a huge case. Like, this is going to be a landmark case for crypto, and I guarantee you the judge knows that. So settlement before the emails, yes. I would love for it to settle. I have a hard time believing the SEC thinks they have something to gain by taking it to trial and pushing this all the way forward. I do think there are going to be companies that are going to sue the SEC because of what they've done and their approach to regulation. But XRP to the moon, Daniel, absolutely. Have you heard anything about Luna One XLN? I haven't read any particular information. I have read headlines that seem to suggest something happened and it's a scam, or it went down, doesn't work. I'm not sure. Not sure about that one. Annie Rock. Can't stand Saitama run. I don't know. I might tiptoe back into Saitama. What do you think? Give myself another little bag of that. It's not going to go anywhere. I can't imagine Saitama doing anything at this point. Just the disorganization, the negativity around it. I saw a bunch of stuff on Twitter about their fake vaccines or something. I don't know. It seemed to be one more, little bit part of the story that, somebody's lying about or not lying about. I have no idea. Selmo Fudd. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Am I vaulted? I don't own any Volt, but I do like the project. And I have done a couple of videos with them in the past. And maybe I'll do another video. Maybe I'll do an update on it. I know it's done a ton since I covered it last. I know the price, I think, has been, did I hear the price has been going up? Let's see what's going on with Volt. Oh yeah, look at that. Excellent. Oh, I have it in my favorites already. Yeah, wow, that's going well. Market cap. Yep. Huh, interesting. So what happened? Did you guys, I haven't really been following it. I know that some of the other YouTubers that I work with or follow have been covering it, but I really haven't dove into it because I haven't. Honestly, let me be honest with you guys. I've been very lazy this week. And I came home yesterday, my wife's out of town visiting my son in college, and I had all night to do a video, but I just sat at the computer and I'm thinking, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'm not motivated. The market's not really doing anything. I don't know, but I can add Volt to that. I wouldn't mind doing another, keeping up on that. But let me know if you guys know what happened recently to Volt to cause this price to go up. And what is Volt's main utility? Can you explain that to me? I would love to know. I'm a utility guy. I'm a utility maxi. But great question. I would say I am Volt because I like it. And the Volt community is super, super positive. And the videos that I did, they always treated me well. So I have nothing bad to say about them. Partnerships with Instagram and the JP Morgan pumping Matic. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Aren't they going to do Who was the coffee company? Didn't they partner with Matic? Was it what's the? I can't even think of the name of the largest coffee company probably in the world, and I can't think of the name. Okay, yeah, so that does ring a bell, Daniel. Thank you for that. Solana made some nice moves recently. Maybe it was Solana I'm thinking of that made a partnership. I don't know anything about Solana, honestly. I've really never looked into it. It's just another blockchain for me. I really wonder how many of these are going to make it long term. In 10 years, are we going to have Ethereum, Solana? Let's see, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Polygon, Avalanche, right? Are all of these going to exist and be doing well in 10 years? Because I got to imagine there's some overlap with these main, big boys out there. Took profits from Matic, have money on the side to buy the dip pullback. Yeah, Matic had a great run, and again, I should sell and take some profit, but every time I do that, the price keeps just shooting back up, and I'm like, why did I sell? I should have just hold on to it. Right? I'm hanging on to Polygon or Matic until it's probably $3 again, and then I'll take some profit. I have a plan with that one. But good, always good to take profits. You see, Daniel's a smart guy, very smart guy. He understands the concept of taking profits. Marty, yeah, Marty's volted. Thanks, Marty, for showing up. There's a lot of Volt people out there. Solana shipped out 3,800 Android phones with their own operating system out to developers to make dApps. Wow, okay, that's cool. That's really cool. That bullish on Solana. Solana, the only thing I know about Solana is that it keeps going down for some reason, right? The blockchain is halted or paused for periods of time with some issues. So that's honestly the only negative thing I've heard about Solana. Might be trading without paying rewards before they refund. Yes. Well, are you talking about Optimus on this one? Might be trading without paying rewards before they refund. Yeah, I mean, I have to do something. I got to scrape together, a few more bucks to put in wherever I want to on these DeFi, plays, these degenerate gambling plays I've got an addiction to now. I'm not selling any of my blue chips. I don't sell any of my blue chips to put into, this DeFi stuff. I won't do it. My wife asked me, well, why don't you sell some of your XRP? I was like, you better close your mouth. Don't ever say that again. Sup, Tim? Yes, that was my first successful comment on the live chat. Tried twice in the past and couldn't post for some reason. No worries. I'm here. Hey, Alan, I appreciate you showing up. And now you got two. Now I'm shouting you out for the second time. Alan Dunstan. Alan, what is your favorite project out there? Do you have a blue chip favorite? Hey, Alan. Hi, Tim. Sup, Fud. Dan, let's see. Let's go down. I am bolted on ETH and BNB. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about. I mean, obviously, Ethereum's not going anywhere. It is the big boy out there. I'm not a huge fan, just because of the way they're running things. I feel like it is. I'm going to say it's centralized, but unfortunately, that's the way that we're going to go in the future. I don't think the government, the banks, the people in power that control everything, they're not going to allow a blockchain, a system, an ecosystem out there that is disconnected from their grasp. Like, I just don't see that happening. But ETH is going to be around, and probably be very big in the future. It may flip Bitcoin. I don't know. What's your thought on Ethereum flipping Bitcoin? I think XRP, once it's even got 10% of its use case out there, is going to flip Bitcoin. I mean, look at what would the market cap, even though I don't care about market cap. To me, it means nothing. It's literally just a math number. But if this was at $100, right, that's going to go, where's my calculator? Oh, I didn't need that. Oh, now I don't need that. What's my calculator say? All right, this is pissing me off. Okay, I'm not going to use my calculator, damn it. Let's see. Volted. Oh, you meant volted. You're volted on ETH. Volted on ETH and BNB. Yeah, I can see that. I thought maybe that was a typo. Simplified. Hey, Marty, Tim Shea. Few tier one coming out. Coming. I don't know what you're saying. Obviously, maybe a typo. Volt change. Yeah, Volti change. I know about Volti change, but what? Let's ask this question. What real world problem is Volt solving? Volt, decentralized exchange focusing on free listings and burns for every transaction. Okay, cool. Probably not a new idea. But cool. I mean, I'm glad to see they're moving along. I mean, in the very beginning of Volt, and Volt Inu, I think it was probably assumed, at some point it was just going to fold and go away because it has Inu in the name. And, I'm not a fan of that, but it's nice to see a project like that really growing, advertising. They're putting the marketing dollars out there. They got a ton of good content creators working with them. Misunderstood. Volt, yeah. Google basically just co-signed Solana. Huh. Well, good for Solana. Up 12%. That's nice. Yeah, some of these, all of the very large corporations in the world are going to probably align themselves to one of these or multiple of these blockchains and major projects out there. If they don't, they're going to get left behind. So I think this next year we're going to see a lot more of that. Matic will jump. Solana and ADA, in my opinion. Yeah, I said this before. I've owned ADA in the past. I sold it because it didn't do anything. Everything else was moving except for ADA. I'm not a fan of Charles Hoskinson, even though he's a super intelligent guy, but the way he's talking, obviously he's an Ethereum maxi because he was involved in the creation, I believe, of Ethereum in the very beginning. And where did Ethereum come from? This is a good trivia question for everybody, right? We know that Vitalik Buterin was one of the co-creators of Ethereum. And you have, I believe, Joseph Lubin. Charles Hoskinson was there at the time. But there was a former developer for Ripple. Had Vitalik stay at his house for a couple of weeks. Had Vitalik in the Ripple office while they were talking about smart contracts. Well, Vitalik ended up not getting the internship that he wanted there. So he went on to do his own and took the base idea that Ripple was working on and used that to start Ethereum. So, and they like to say that everything out there, all these DeFi projects and all these other projects are all a derivative from Ethereum, but that's not necessarily the truth. Because Ethereum is a derivative of RippleNet or the Ripple blockchain, was called Ripple back in the day, but now it's XRP. Moonbag of Volt. Yeah, I didn't keep a moonbag. I probably have dust, in a wallet, but I might have to look at it again, but now's not a good time to buy. Have to wait for a dip. Cook and Chris. Probably cool and Chris. How are you? Sean talking about addiction. Check beekeeping miner. These guys have a BNB miner working for 6 months now. This is new and BUSD coins. So if it says miner, I mean, I'm just going to be honest. It's got to be a Ponzi. I mean, what do they use? How are they paying their percentage out, or it pays? But I've heard the project, beekeepers or beekeeping. What's up, crypto for starters? Alex, good to see you here. What's up, everyone? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Hey, Alex. What's up, Tim? So yeah, that's right. Any of these miners, and I'll address this again, right? If it's a miner, to me, it is, this is the baked beans. AVAX had one. All of these developers are all not doxxed, right? Why are they not doxxed? Right? Why none of them will, for a reason. But yes, you can get in and make money. I was in baked beans actually for about a month and a half, and I got my money back. I made a little profit, but I wasn't willing to go back in because I figured, I rolled the dice and I won on that one, and it was time to move on. Alex, how are you doing, sir? You were, I know you were under the weather here recently. Hopefully, you're back to 100% now, getting out there and kicking ass and taking names, typing on my phones. Auto, yeah, yeah, cooking, Chris. I hate that too. Autocorrect, like it knows what you want to say. It's reading your mind. Let's see. So, what are some of these? Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to talk about. Let me find it. MetaMonkey, and I know not everybody who's on the stream is into MetaMonkey, but they had a really cool update to their app or to their wallet, and Austin was able to showcase that on his live stream. I believe it was just yesterday, and I didn't make a video on it because I haven't made a video on it yet because it just seems kind of awkward to kind of copy. He comes out with the update, and then I just come out with the update video right after that. Just I don't know, didn't seem appropriate for me for my taste. So where is that? I think. Let me see if I can pull this up. Just a quick little blurb on it. Let's see. I got to go into the chat here and find the video. Hold, please. Gosh, there's a lot of. Nope. Here it is. Oh, wait a minute. I have it downloaded. What a dumbass. Hang on a second, guys. Let me. I want to throw the contents of my computer on a live stream here. So go to downloads. But now I have to move it over this whole. Sometimes it's like I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go. Let's play this. So new Pure Wallet update, right? This is what it's going to look like. It looks super slick. It's not available yet on the App Store, right? We're still waiting for that. Apparently, that's a decade-long project to get it listed. Let me turn the. Where's my volume? Although I do like the music, it's kind of cool. So basically, in this wallet, you're going to have a feature on here to. Let me go back. You're going to have a feature on here. Right up here, let's see, what does that say? Yeah, so it says cold toggle on, right, and off. So you can turn your wallet on and off, basically disconnect it from the network. So essentially turning it into a cold storage and stopping anybody from accessing your wallet and your funds. And then they're going to have this top-up feature, which you're going to be able to use for whatever tokens or coins are in there, whatever crypto. I believe they're going to have some a couple of stable coins plus MetaMonkey AI token and maybe some other things. But once it's in that top up wallet or section, you're going to be able to spend that offline. QR code or NFC, near field communications, or Bluetooth. Whatever you're going to use to do that. So I thought that was super cool. It's coming along nicely, right? This is in the building phase. So everybody out there who's claiming, we got to have marketing, you need to push it. It's not ready. We're not ready for marketing just yet. And I'm sure when the time comes, they will. They'll drop some dollars. They know what they're doing. They're new in the crypto space, so we're kind of, Austin's kind of trying to guide them along and help them not make the same mistakes and get into the same pitfalls as other projects of the past. But so what do you guys think? Those of you who are watching or on the chat, what do you guys think of MetaMonkey? Have you even looked at it? Has everybody looked at this? I'm super bullish on it. Super bullish. Not financial advice. Oh no, I don't have my banner going. But there's plenty of things you can do to Sorry, there's plenty of things you can do to research this and kind of get that information and see if it's something you want to be involved with or not. I know I am, and I'm going to be a long-term holder. Typing on your phone. Yep. We knew what you meant. Yeah, got a chuckle out of it. Exactly. My favorite was StableFund lost. Holy cow. 49K in profits. Damn. That's a lot. I'm sorry about that. Now what? Optimus, but after most recent video on Optimus, thinking it could be another StableFund down the road. Yeah. Well, Alan, I mean, I hate to break it to you, brother, but all of these DeFi projects, all of them, including Drip, which has been around for a while, they're all going to go away, right? They're not going to last forever. Most of them have Ponzi-nomic, parts to them. Some, more than others, but none of them are going to last. You got to understand that going in. Have a plan, get your initial out, and then take profits along the way when you need to. And I mean, that's 49K, man. That sucks. Every time I'll be honest, anytime another project in DeFi, even though I know it's a Ponzi, I know it's not designed to go down. I feel bad for people who got in at the last second, thinking they were, going to make some money, and then, they wake up the next day and it's gone. And unfortunately, there's a lot of uneducated people out there who do this. They don't do their research. They don't understand what they're doing, and they put money in they can't afford to lose, and they get wrecked. And it sucks. It really does. But I do know what you mean. I really do. Well, I wish. My back is about 30. Really? Did you? So what happened to your back? Was this not just a flu or something? But that sucks. 30% is not very good, right? You're not moving around very well, I'm sure. Right mindset. Yeah. Make money and get out. Exactly. Daniel, I'm vibing. Cool. I stay away from miners now as well, to be honest. The staking ones, just okay. I'm going to use the month to research some stable projects. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, man, 95% of my crypto is in blue chips. And, I take that 5% and take it out there and, do some gamble plays and see what I can do, just to have fun and maybe make a little profit. And honestly, if I make some good profit in Optimus, down the road, I'll take those profits and throw it into XRP. Really looking for consistency now. Yeah. Yeah. You can get beat up in this space, right? It can be rough. It's not nice, right? The DeFi space is definitely not nice, right? You're taking a high risk, crypto already, and getting into the Compton of crypto. And if you live in Compton, just know, it's just a rough area, right? The Detroit of crypto. It can be rough on you. Optimus recovered right away from that large withdrawal. Yeah, it did. And you do get to see a little bit more, right? They're a little more transparent than StableFund. And, you don't have the 3% fee. But, the risk is, if they stop for whatever reason, you're holding the token that is worthless. And you got to just remind yourself of that. But yeah, so I'm feeling pretty bullish on Optimus. I'm okay with it. I'll take the risk. Tim Shea, yeah, the 240K sell the other day bounced right back. Yeah, within 10 minutes. Yeah, so that's kind of not a whale deterrent, but it's a whale protection feature, having a bot that owns, a massive supply of the token, and it can go ahead and buy itself back up to stabilize it. So that was a huge test. MMAI is building a special project, a lot coming. Yeah, I am really bullish on MMAI. Really am. The metaverse is super. I really enjoy it. I'm not a techie like that, but I want to get in there and do some stuff, right? I would love to set up a shop, somewhere where maybe you can make some passive income, setting up a shop in the metaverse, some sort of a service or a product. I'm not really sure what I would do yet. I got to do some research on that, but we have time. It's going to take a little time for him to build this thing out far enough to where we can actually start doing things. I do agree with you, Daniel. Esoterically seen, the Apex Predators elites like to use full clips on what? Happy man. Full clips Sun Moon to initiate world moving scenarios like those coming 8th November. Any gnosis? Oh, So are you talking about the election coming? The elites, the apex, yes, the apex predators. Yeah, the elites, right? The banks, the George Soroses of the world. I don't know what's coming. Unfortunately, we can only think of these things, left or right, right, and that red or blue. What are we going to do, right? Is this going to flip? Are we going to flip the House and the Senate? Obviously, can't do anything about the presidency right now. I don't even know who's going to run in another 2 years. But I think right now Republicans are better for crypto. We're not going to discuss all the other political, views of all of these people, but generally speaking, Republicans right now seem to be a little bit better for the crypto market. So hopefully, hopefully we can flip one of the two or both, House and Senate, and kind of have there be a stalemate. Right now, I don't think this is very, what do I want to say? Controversial, right? I like it when they're divided. The president is one side and the House or the Congress is the other side. I think that's how it was intended to be by our founding fathers. I don't like it when the government does things, right? I want them to do nothing. I want them to have the military ready, in case something happens. They can have a few other little, helping, their welfare programs or whatever they need to do. But having them constantly passing bills and creating new laws and, regulations and things like that is not a good thing, right? I want them to do nothing. So unfortunately they get to go, or fortunately for them, they get to go and they get to sit and make a lot of money. While they could care less about the people they're there to serve, and fill their own pockets. Right, that's what they do. I'm not a big guy into politics, and I don't. Unfortunately, politicians, right, when they start out, some of them have good ideas and they want to do good, but the instant they are elected, the only thing they consider is how are they going to get reelected and stay in power. And unfortunately, I think it corrupts a lot of people. Probably a lot of good people who had good values to begin with, and it corrupts them. And it's unfortunately that's just a horrible side effect of our political system in this country. We make the incorrect conclusion that the president or your congressman or your senators, that these people are your leaders. These people are not your leaders. They are supposed to be your representatives. And they're supposed to be doing what you want them to do, what their community wants them to do. And once they get to Washington, they forget all of that and they start doing what they want to do. But we keep electing these clowns. So it's our fault, right? We set it up ourselves, right? We got nobody to blame but ourselves. DeFi Dude said that they're looking for cells that allows the bot to grab the liquidity. Very promising. Yes, it does take a part of that and put it back in the liquidity pool, which they're very strong. I mean, the liquidity pool is very strong. Where's market cap? 63 million. Total revenue. Where's my? I don't know where you find the other the liquidity for this. The new wrap contract. I don't think this contract really shows much. No, it doesn't. But yeah, it's sitting very solid right now. It's sitting very solid. I know MMAI also, speaking of MMAI, let's get out of that, StableFund, get out of that. They are going to update the website. And I don't know what needs to be updated. It looks pretty cool to me. So I'm kind of interested to see what that's going to look like. I mean, it's super professional, easy to read. The jury, for me, the jury is still out on the name, but I mean, that can always be changed in the future, I guess. This, unfortunately, I think puts a lot of people off, and either it makes it cartoony, or kind of goofy, or maybe they don't like the monkey aspect. Like, remember the whole thing, the monkeypox, right? And then people said you can't call it the monkeypox anymore because somehow that's tied to racism. But this is, I don't know. It's not terrible. right? It's not terrible. This definitely doesn't stop me from being involved with it and continuing this long-term business building with them. Quality was good to see. The quick recovery. Yep. That's at least a good starter. Love what they're doing. They need to establish how they're going to bring value to the token, right? And I think Austin's saying that they're looking either to use MMAI token to purchase things in their Metaverse mall, or make it the native token of the wallet, which would also be good, right? In order to spend, you needed to maybe buy MMAI and turn it into whatever token somebody is accepting for payment. That's a good reason, and that's a good utility, but nothing is set in stone just yet. So I know what you mean, Alex. Thank you for that. MMAI, admittedly, I haven't looked yet, but I've been meaning to. Yeah, take a look. Quality Crypto. It's they come out with some good updates once in a while. It's also something good to do content on it as well. I think this thing is a slow builder, right? It's a slow burner. This thing is going to kind of smolder for the next couple of months, maybe 6 months. I know they're working on blockchain for mid next year, which is very ambitious. But I think this thing's going to pop off, pretty good this next bull run. If we have a bull run in another year, and all the building that these guys are doing and real world utility they can accomplish, man, I don't know how big this thing's going to go. It's Summers. Hey, it's Summers. How you doing? What's funny on my Twitch? I have you come up on my Twitch every time you go live, and sometimes I click on it, sometimes I don't. But so now this remembers. I need to check my settings, because for some reason, when you go live, you come up every single time. But that's cool for you. I see that you got. I don't know what it is on Twitch. You got monetized somehow, or affiliated, or whatever that is, but congratulations for you on that. Hopefully you are making some money doing what you like to do. Thanks for showing up. I do appreciate it. Do you get any of your Twitch chat? You know what? I probably forget to look, and obviously you're on Twitch now. Maybe I do. I don't have really any followers on Twitch. I haven't built that platform up yet, and I probably should, and I also need to do Instagram and TikTok and all this stuff. I just don't have the time. It seems it's so time consuming, when you work a regular job. But so I don't think I get much. I have had a few I've seen, but I appreciate you showing up, and congratulations, Leah. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. Sean, can you talk a bit more about MetaMonkey, please? Didn't hear of it. Okay, so MetaMonkey, let's go just kind of to the basics here. MetaMonkey was formed by a couple of companies. And let's see. Let's go. Let's just do basic. Augustin Gohill owns a company, an AI company. So he has a company that builds AI technology for other companies. These guys contract with like Samsung and LG and things like that. They're over in South Korea. So Austin, you've probably heard of, if you've been on YouTube, Awesome Austin is. He's the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer. And I, we're I'm a teammate of his. So he's gives us content, and then we're able to do update videos and things like that for MetaMonkey. And I am a paid, how do I want to say that? I am paid to put out content for them. And I really appreciate that. So these guys own these companies, NS Labs, Cognito. They also have, and Creativity, I always get this wrong, Creativia, right? And these are all IT companies that build AI, and they're building Metaverse solutions for different companies or cities in South Korea and things like that. So what they're going to do is they're going to build a MetaMonkey mall. And basically, you're going to be able to go into the Metaverse and shop, right? So let's say I'm wearing a Nike hat. So let's say Nike goes in and they put up a shop where you can go and look at shoes and hats and clothes and things like that. And you can kind of spin it around, and you can ask questions. Maybe there's going to be an AI bot there that's going to talk to you and answer questions for you. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling all over myself here because there's so much to this. But basically, that is what they're building. and they're building the metaverse a little bit at a time. They're coming out with updates on it like weekly. And you can see those on Awesome Austin's channel. And then once he puts it out, then I can put it on mine. But that is what they're doing. They're going to have NFTs. They're building a wallet, which I just showed you a little bit ago. Here's the MMAI Pure Wallet. And you're going to be able to use this wallet in an offline state. So if you're in an area and you already have loaded tokens on here, you can use this where you go into an area where maybe you don't have cell signal or you don't have Wi-Fi, and somebody else there can take payment via QR code, or you bump the phone together and pay for it like that. I can't really explain all of it right now, but you'll be able to use it in an offline state. And this is the first wallet of its kind in crypto, right? The very first one. And also there's an on-off switch on it so that you can actually use it as a cold storage device for your crypto. So it's offline, not connected to anything. Nobody can get in and scam you out of tokens or steal your crypto. So they're building a lot, and I want to know. I don't know. Let's see. I want to just show the metaverse type, the examples that they have in here for you. Always excited for somebody to ask about it. And it's not loading. All right, we're going to let that. Oh, here we go. So this is basically, metaverse that they're building, right? This kind of stuff. So you can see it's very high quality. They're using Real Engine 5 to build, and right, which is obviously one of the best out there. Right. I mean, this is awesome. This to me, this is, I can't think of anything cooler right now than building a metaverse where you can go in, you can, they're going to have it designed, portions of it where you can go in and you can use it for a social meeting platform, right? You can attend a concert or hang out with one of your friends from the other side of the world in this metaverse. Obviously you'll have an avatar, they'll have an avatar, and you can do this kind of stuff. So this thing is no small project. This thing is going to be massive. It's going to take time. So, I'm along for the ride. I mean, I'm a fan, if you can't tell. So that's just, the 30,000 foot overview of this. There's a lot to it, a lot to unpack on this. If you go back, you can look at some of my videos I've done about this, or go check out Awesome Austin's channel. He's got videos on this. And they also have their own channel that you can go and look at. Actually, let me pull that up. Let's go. Oh, MetaMonkey. So they have their own channel. I mean, it's a almost 4 minute video, but you can see, like, if this is you've got shoes here they're looking at, and you can purchase these shoes. And I think some of this is going to be designed to where you can either purchase this as an NFT and then use that in the metaverse, like, shoes that your avatar is going to wear, or purchase it real world item and have it shipped to your house, right? Which is also, I mean, how awesome is that? So that's what they're working on. In a nutshell, you have to have a love-hate relationship with DeFi. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And me as a gambler, it's, like I said, it was rough in the beginning. I wanted to believe that everything, everybody was being honest about what their project was going to do. And then, you learn real quick that they're not always, they don't always have the best projects. What am I trying to say? They don't always have the best intent, right? These devs, they know what they're doing. They know they're not going to last forever. They don't show their face or their name because they know people are going to want to come after them once they pull the plug. Animal Farm, I've watched videos on Animal Farm a little bit, but getting into dogs and pigs and staking, dogs over pigs and all that, it's just not something that interests me. From a content standpoint, I could probably put together some videos and get a lot of views on that, and I might, because I think it goes along with that drip community. and Drip's been out for a long time. I'm sure it's made a lot of people a lot of money, but I don't know that I can get into it now because it has been out for so long. Tyrant Sean, thanks for showing up. I just noticed your name. Not quite Sean, my Sean, but close. Thanks for being here in the question. Maybe I'll review Animal Farm in the future. Tyrant, why the name Tyrant Sean? You make me sound bad. I know that's your name, not my name. I stated my piece on the name on Space Chicks channel. Okay, Daniel. Yeah, I know it's, I think it's kind of split. Some people have an issue with it. Some people don't. Me, it just seems, I don't know. I would say it doesn't seem to be the most professional name that they could have. But again, not my choice. It's not going to keep me out of it. Hey man, I'm leaving YouTube 100%, moving to Twitch. All right. Well, good. Affiliate. Okay. That's what I wanted to say. You're an affiliate. So hopefully you're making some money over there, which is good to see. And I know Summers, I think you had a baby recently too, if I remember correctly. And hopefully your family's all happy and healthy. Rui, hopefully I'm saying that right. Gaspar, you're welcome, sir. I do. I love talking about it. Updates right now are kind of slower to come out, and I get it. It's, they're building tech and they're doing things, and that stuff doesn't happen overnight. So, but if you want to go to MetaMonkey's MetaMonkey AI official, they've got some videos there that you can watch. So, and here's Austin doing his updates. So there's that hour and a half I've already been on. This thing is flying by. So what else, if you guys are still out there, whoever's watching, are there any other projects that you guys want to see? Any other projects you guys want me to review, do a video on? I can do, I'm always looking for content, right? Because the main things I cover, I like to cover XRP, but nobody watches it. So I try not to do a ton of those. Although there is going to be one coming out this week because of all the amicus briefs that have been going on and the change in the date, moving back another 2 weeks for the SEC delay again. So I'll do a quick video on that. MetaMonkey, yep, I'm going to do an update on that, but you guys pretty much saw what that's going to be. Also, what else am I doing? Optimus, I might do an actual video on it again and explain a little more and go into the DAO for those of you who are in Optimus. Can't do anything on StableFund until I either get a refund. If I get a refund, I'm going to do a video, let you guys know. Just so we're all clear and everybody's on the same page. XRP, absolutely, Daniel. You know what? Let's do a stream. Let's do a stream one day and just an all XRP, all Ripple stream. There's so much to go over. It's almost intimidating to talk about all of the use cases. Ripple as a company, these CBDCs that are going to be coming out. It is almost overwhelming. And I do get tongue-tied when I talk about that because there's so much content there available. So yeah, let's do that. I would enjoy that. And you're a smart guy, so I'll probably learn some things. The new BUSD project. So are you talking about, let me get rid of some of these things here. Let's see, I think I wrote it down. Automated. Automated USD. Automated USDT, was that it? Well, I'll see. No, I don't think that was it. It's probably automated BUSD, dummy. Sometimes I'm not so smart. Oh, let's see what happens. Automated BUSD capital. Huh. Okay. That doesn't look like. Well, I put an X on it. I guess I'm not going to look at that right now. I'll check into it. But I think that's what you're talking about, Tim, right? The automated one. Who had it? Quality Crypto did a video on it. He covers a lot of those things. Let's do it. There's so much, but so much to come. Exactly. There is a ton to talk about. And you know what? There isn't any, I don't really see too many live streams of people talking about it. A lot of videos, I watch some really good, intelligent guys. Let's see. Let me give you a list of people that I watch for my XRP content. The digital asset investor. He does nothing but XRP. James Rule XRP puts out a great content on his channel. Digital Perspectives. Moon Lambo, who has some humor. In the name's perfect, the Moon Lambo channel, but he does nothing but XRP content. So check out those guys if you don't know them. They do great, and there are updates every single day almost. They've got something new going on for XRP and all of the different peripheries. The banks and the governments that are talking about it, and the Fed and all that stuff. So they've got a lot of stuff. Got to go. See you later, Sean. You have my name spot on. Rui. Okay. Excellent. I appreciate it. Thanks for showing up. Have a great night and a great rest of your weekend. Yep. Keep forgetting the name. Okay. So was that it? That was the, feel free to use my referral if you get in. Well, look, if you're, I'm going to say it like this. Okay. I don't particularly care for referrals because, like somebody like Tim, right? Tim's a responsible, adult, and he understands what he's doing. He knows the risk. So, he can use your referral link, and then you're going to make maybe a little extra on it, and that's fine. And he might get somebody who uses his referral link. But as long as you're making sure everybody knows, what's going on, making sure they understand the risks, that's just kind of where I'm at with it. So, okay. He says, yeah. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much, Sean. As always, was a great pleasure to be on the podcast with y'all. Have a great rest of your weekend. Happy, man. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Hopefully you stay safe down there and healthy in Brazil and do whatever it is you do in Brazil. But thanks for showing up. Always a pleasure to have you. Night. Bye, Rui. See you happy. Okay. So Quality Crypto he has that. Let's just throw this up real quick. I got to see where his channel is. I have too many channels. I literally have like 200. Are you guys the same way as I am? You guys have 200 channels you're subscribed to? Okay, I have to search for it. Sorry. When you search for Quality Crypto, it's all one word altogether. Automated BUSD Capital. There it is right there. Let me click on the, let's see if it takes me to a, yep. Yeah, my Norton security doesn't like that at all. So I'll have to change a setting in there in order to get on there. So, wait, you guys, I'm just realizing that you guys can't see it because it's on this other screen. What a dummy. That was stupid. Well, I'll go over it later. We don't really need to go over now, but you can go over on the Quality Crypto. He put out a good video on it if you want to see that stuff. Nope, that's somebody asking if I want to go play golf. I follow a lot. Good, yeah. Maybe you can give me some tips on who else to follow. Like I said, you kind of, if you jump around from channel to channel, they pretty much all have the same content. They're just delivering in a different way. But obviously, there's only one set of news that really comes out, in a day, and they cover all of that. So it's really, you're getting the same information, just kind of said in different ways. But I like that. I'll give them all a like, help their channel out, even though they've got a ton. Some of those guys have huge channels. I follow a lot too, sub to quality. Well, yeah. And in general, obviously I follow a lot. I follow obviously more than just crypto, but I've subbed so many people as well. Yeah. I have to scroll through, pages and pages. Austin was one of the first. I got addicted to his daily live streams. Yeah. Yep, I did. Austin was one of the reasons I got into YouTube. Right. I mean, I'm like, this guy can do it. Anybody can do it. That's a joke, by the way. That was a joke. He did inspire me, him and Rodney, honestly, doing all his St. Thomas stuff. He inspired me to get in as well. I'm just perusing my Telegram here. Nothing major is happening. So I think, I don't know if that's going to be it. If an hour, 41 minutes. What else do I want to talk about? Let me look at my notes real quick. I went over MetaMonkey, which was good. I got that in. I wanted to talk about that, but my live stream is kind of developed from StableFund, right? I got a lot of people who are in StableFund on the live stream. They didn't really care about MetaMonkey or anything else. So now obviously that has to change because StableFund may or may not be around. I'll still talk about it if it's around. If they manage to pull it together, that'll be awesome. I'll celebrate with them. No reason to be a hater, if they're going to do what they say, and if people get their money back, that's, it's crazy. Austin was the reason I got on YouTube. Yeah. Daniel. Yeah. He definitely inspired me, told me to go, do my thing. It's kind of rough. Sometimes it can be a little tough, getting through it. I mean, it depends on what your goal is, right? My goal was just to be able to talk to other people, like me who are into crypto, since nobody I know is into it. But it's still, it's turned into a great community. I've met a lot of super awesome people, a couple of bad ones, but mostly decent people. Yes. Do I still have a bag in Terrarium? I do own a bag of Terrarium. Unfortunately, it's worth a lot less than it was when I bought it. But I'm a long-term holder. I'm gonna wait and see what they can do. I'm still under the impression that a lot of people are going to be disappointed when the exchange drops, right? I mean, and good for them. They can pull off an exchange. That's not an easy task, right? That's a big project they're taking on. But I've said it before, so this is probably repeating myself, but I just don't. There's no reason for people to buy the token. You don't need the Terrarium token to use the exchange. So we really have to see what's going to be the token utility for that. And that's kind of, that's where I'm at, right? I mean, I hope the price pumps and people get excited and it's all Yahtzee is Mai Tais. That'd be great. But I think we'll see a dump. It'll pump before it comes out, and then, it might dump again because people are going to be disappointed that it didn't, 10x or 100x. People just have expectations, I think, where they're placed in the wrong spot. But I wish Terrarium well and the community well. They've treated me fine. I have no issue with them. We had a little issue once where I got blocked because, I asked a question and they didn't like the question. So, but he unblocked me. The guy who blocked me, he unblocked me. So we're all adults and speaking terms again. So yeah, still waiting on Terrarium. Just love to talk crypto. Yeah, crypto. I could literally talk crypto all day. I probably watch 20 YouTube videos, or if not more, every single day on crypto. I do have to take a break. I think that's why I was not motivated this week, because I was getting too into it. I did have to work a little extra, at my job, because we're coming up on inventory, and inventory prep is always a real pain. But I just I think I did one video this week, which is super rare for me. I just was unmotivated. Go StableFund, go Optimus. I think they can go into, yeah, there's no problem with both of them, right? I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I think if V2 for StableFund actually gets up and running, I mean, that's something to celebrate. This is a project that had a lot of people, a lot of money in it. And, things happen, went bad. And if they do give the refunds out to everybody, that's unheard of. You don't see that in DeFi. You don't get a refund. I'm sorry, sir, this didn't work out. Can I get my money back? I don't think so. There's the door. But yeah, they can definitely coexist, and it's always good if you're in DeFi, especially these high risk, high reward type situations. Diversify. Get it into several different, spread it around a little bit. That way, you're not just counting on one. And take your profits. Take your damn profits, people. Success, nothing for the token. Use case, yeah. That's what I'm saying, Daniel. And yeah, you're right. You're right. That's the deal. But unfortunately, most people, think that it's just gonna skyrocket. It's gonna moon, because the exchange comes out, and it may attract some attention, and we may get a little bit of volume on the chart for people who are excited about it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't do anything for token utility. And I always preach token utility. It's good that the companies can make money from fees, and that's what they're going to do, and that's good for them. They need to do that, right? That's part of it. But they have to figure out how to get the community involved. The community of people that purchase tokens, that was the entire reason they were able to build their project. They need to figure out how to do something for them. Crypto is extremely, yes, it is. Right? There's still in the back of our minds, right? Because we're human and human nature work like this. We're thinking one of these days, right? It's like playing the lottery. One of these days I'm going to win. Right? One of these days this thing is going to retire me, or help me buy a new car or a new house, or pay my bills off, or whatever. Send my kids to college. I did more shorts than videos just for a change of pace. Yeah, the shorts. Another thing I need to do. I've done 2 of them so far. And I just have to get better at doing it, and just basically I need to get into a schedule, and on top of that, I'm lazy. So I have that working against me. I'm not really lazy, but when you work all day and you have some other things you're doing, like during the year, I'm, in a golf league. So, there's one day, and then I need to practice some. It just doesn't seem like there's a lot of time to do all this stuff. Nope. Know what you mean, Sean. 1 week I can throw out 5 videos like last week, then nothing for about a week. Yeah. And I feel bad. Do you feel bad? You're like, I'm letting my channel down. I mean, I'm not letting any one person down, right? I'm not sure people aren't freaking out because I didn't put out a video, but I feel like I'm building a channel, and my channel now is like a living thing, and it's looking at me going, what are you doing? You lazy bastard, get off your butt and do a video. Like we need to keep this thing moving. And really in YouTube, just like any social media, if you stop for the length of time, to get that algorithm, back working again, it does take a little while. I'm learning about the algorithm as well. My $1,000 a day journey videos are fun and keep me motivated, keeps the excitement growing. Then StableFund happened. Yeah. But on the recovery road again. I'll be honest, StableFund did a lot for my channel. I mean, I got a lot of subscribes, I got a lot of engagement from that. So I was super excited, super pumped. I knew, in the back of my head, which is why I kept saying it, we could wake up tomorrow and this thing could be gone. I thought we're going to have a little more time before that happened, but here we are. Yeah. $1,000 a day journey. I don't know that I'm not into enough DeFi where I'm getting that kind of passive income. And I don't think I will be. My big paydays are going to come when XRP, starts to move. I think when you compare StableFund and Optimus, you also have to take into account that StableFund has 3% tax going in. Optimus has no fees. Yes. Bob Altamari. Yes, Bob, that's exactly one of the benefits for Optimus. I mean, yeah, you're going to get StableFund, you're going to get 5% a week. Optimus, you get 7, right? So there's that. Optimus has no fees. So there's that. Optimus, there is no staking period, right? There's no lockup periods. You can put your money in, get your 1% and take it out the next day and be gone, right? If that's what you're after, you're able to do that. Most of these platforms you can't. Most of them have, if they're a real trading bot, and they're incorporating that into their revenue stream, and I understand this. They want to know that there's a predictable amount of money in there that they can use to trade with, if that's what they're doing. So there needs to be kind of that lock period, so they kind of have an idea of where the money's at. So obviously Optimus is doing something better because they don't need to lock your funds. But you are correct, sir. Thanks for showing up to the channel. I appreciate it. Just need one to hit. Yeah. Just need one to hit. That is it. That's the draw. And the thing is, if you're in a lot of blue chips, the top 100 tokens, the top 20 tokens, if one hits, likely, most of them are going to hit at the same time. And that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? I've got money in, no, not Dex Tools. So I've got money. I've got a little Ethereum, got some BNB, got obviously a ton of XRP, Matic. I got a little bit of Avalanche. Like all of these are going to pump probably at the same time. We get a bull run, Bitcoin does well, the rest of them will follow. And so that'll help. Now, choosing what you're going to sell and how you're going to take your profit, that might be the tough one. And I watched a great video the other day on, and Stellar. I own a lot of Stellar and some Algo. I got rid of my Crow because I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. It's up or down. Doesn't seem to be a ton going on. And Quant. I'm kind of heavy into Quant as well. And then a couple of the smaller stuff. I did have some HBAR. I'll probably get back into HBAR before this bull run, hopefully. So yeah, it's hard to spread it out. Like, how do you decide, what do you think the big one's going to be, right? Do you just take an even approach to it? Like, I'm going to put 5% in this, 5% in that, break it up into even sections, or do you think really that one of them is going to just go crazy? It's going to go more crazy than the rest of them, right? That's the hard part I have. I'm biggest into XRP, so I think that's going to go the best. But, at the end of the day, I'm not a fortune teller. I have no idea. Tyrant Sean says, did you see Drew Wolfer's video on Optimus? I watched a little bit of it. I think he took, I'm not going to break it down now. I think he took some of the things that he says are red flags are not really red flags to me. Just like, I had the guy who comes on my channel occasionally in Binance stuff, and his channel basically is nothing but, how everything is a scam. And to me, in his content, it seems like he's a Bitcoin maximalist. So he's not going to like anything in the DeFi space. And just like he said, these little things. Let's see. Let me pull it up, and I'll give you a good example. Was it? No, it wasn't this one. Shoot, which one was it? I just did it. Unico. Here we go. So what he says is a red flag that one of these is going to be a scam is this right here. See these? So these are little bits of marketing that they've done, right? This is just a press release that this company has done. And they submit it to Yahoo Finance, and it gets put in here, and almost as if Yahoo Finance reached out to this company and wanted to write an article about them. That's not what this is. This is a press release that the company itself writes, and they put it out there to all these different sources, so that when you go and you Google Unico, their company name, it'll come up. Like, there'll be something there to check on. Like, if you're doing your due diligence and you want to check to see if this is real, you can do that. But he says this is a red flag, and this to me is not a red flag. A lot of companies, a lot of real brick and mortar companies also, when they're first starting out, they do this kind of thing. This is just a little bit of marketing for them. So, and you can tell it's just a press release because they're all exactly the same. They're all on the same day. So that's what it is. So this is not a red flag. And he says this is going to tell you that this is a scam. But it's not. That's just factually untrue. A lot of companies do this. I've seen this with countless regular brick and mortar businesses have done this as well. So Doesn't mean anything. So that's kind of what I was looking at in Drew's video. I didn't watch the whole video because I don't like to watch a ton of negativity. Somebody just trying to tear down, another project because they don't like it, don't agree with it. And it's fine for him to do that. It's his channel. He can do whatever he wants. But I don't agree with what he was talking about. So his red flags are not my red flags. I agree. My top holdings are ETH, Medic. Yeah, and those are all, XRP and HBAR are going to go together, I would imagine. ETH and BNB probably together, and Matic. Gala is a different one. I'm not into Gala, and I know what it is, but I imagine Bitcoin. When Bitcoin moves, everything moves. So we need a good Bitcoin bull run, and then the alts usually follow. How about staking Cake and Pancake Swap? I've not really looked into that. I don't know what you gain from it. Obviously, there's you're making some sort of yield, or you're creating liquidity, liquidity pairs and stuff like that. It's, to me, there's not a ton there. Obviously, less risky because Pancake Swap is a major DEX. So you're eliminating a lot of risk there, but you're probably eliminating the rewards as well. Check out Quant's cousin. Yeah, I wrote that down, and I did have that. I keep getting off of it, but I think I have that in my favorites now, so I can check it out at some point. Oh, no, this is not my watch list. But yeah, any of those tokens are going to be, they're kind of associated with the ISO 2022 messaging system that's going to go into effect. I believe they've postponed that. It was going to be November of this year or this month. I believe they postponed that to like March for banks basically to start adopting that new messaging system where they'll be able to utilize, excuse me. They'll be able to utilize tokens like XLM and XRP and those ISO 2, they're compliant tokens. They're not, it has nothing to do with the messaging system. They're just compliant tokens that can be utilized along with it. But yeah, definitely checking that one out. Those are press releases. You pay for them. Exactly. Not a red flag. Harmless and normal for marketing. Yep. Creates backlinks and traffic to the website. Exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. You want to go on to Google and you want to look at this company. Well, those things help create those type of search results you get. Completely normal. Exactly. So everybody has their own opinion. Everybody's going to throw shade at something they don't like or they don't understand. Obviously Drew, I've looked at some of his other stuff, and he thinks he's an expert. He owns a real world company, I believe. So everybody likes to throw themselves out as an expert on something or another, and unfortunately, they're usually not. And he can do a video just to get some views. I don't think he doesn't have a really big channel. So that's it. I've thought about doing videos about other projects that say, hey, this is likely a scam, or this is not going to work out, or you need to really be careful, or these guys are lying to you, that kind of stuff. But that's just not for me. Number one, I'm not looking to make enemies in the space. And number two, everybody has a different take on it. And I have to assume that a lot of people are going to do some research and will understand, like Pyro Token, for example, right? I did a video about Pyro Token, and I tore it apart. And I justified myself in the video, but I never released it because I watched it back again, and then I realized I don't want to be that guy that puts out negative content. So Token, not for me. I went over why I thought it was not a good project, and basically it's just a project that ended up burning the tokens. And they kept saying in their advertising, their marketing, that burning the tokens is going to raise the price and it's going to go to the moon, and which was factually incorrect, right? Just burning unsold tokens does nothing for the price. So, and I kind of went over that in the video, and then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to delete the video and forget I ever did it. So there you go. What else are we talking about? Completely normal. I I think I might be running out of information here, running out of steam. What else is going on in the world? What's going on Twitter? Cool and Chris here. Are people dying at a higher rate than ever? Or are we as a society suffering from information overload? That is a great question. That's a great question. I've often said we tend to look at the world, right, as positive or negative, right? We get negative news all the time. Why? Because that's what sells, right? People watch, they want to watch the train wreck. They don't want to watch, the neighbor picking flowers and being kind to somebody. That doesn't get views, eyeballs. The negative stuff does. We're humans. It's human nature. But just like, you talk about, the horrible thing of school shootings and crazy stuff like that, and all of the really bad stuff. A lot of that stuff existed in the past. It just, you never knew about it because there was no way to get that information around so quickly. We live in an age now where on the other side of the world, something terrible happens, a ferry sinks, and people drown, or whatever it is, about that literally 2 minutes later, right? And now you can see all of the bad things that happen all over the world, all at the same time, which you could never do before. It would take days or weeks to get information around the world. And a lot of stuff isn't even going to be reported on because there just wasn't enough of an ecosystem, for those messages and that news to get around. So, as we go along, right, news is instant. So I don't know that there's more bad things happening today. It just gets picked up more, right? We're hearing about it more. So that's my take on that. But that's a good question. Information overload, right? We want to know everything. We want to know all right now. Unfortunately, most of that information is negative. So that might be my parting sentiment. I do appreciate everybody showing up. If you haven't, if you're not on the chat, maybe you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. If you like the content, I would appreciate it. Maybe like the stream if you could, on your way out would be nice. You can't leave any tips for me, so you don't have to worry about that. And that's about it. Unless anybody has anything else they want to talk about, I'm probably going to jump off here and go do, I don't know, other stuff. Probably do some research for Pando project. That's another one I'm going to cover. I should have covered that here, but I forgot about it. Pando project, solving real world problems. Mo Gotti, thanks, brother. Well, thank you. Thanks for showing up. But I will. So Pando project, if you guys want to go check it out, I'm going to do a multi-part video series on it. It is solving real world issues. And so that's what I like, right? I'm a utility maximalist. And it's a great project with a ton of information to cover. So that's why the multi videos I'm going to have to do on it. I'm going to do just a general overview and then kind of dig into each facet of it in each video. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be good content, good content going forward. It'll be a little slow at first. I'm not going to get a ton of views, but right, that's what I got to do. Got to put the content out there. When super chat? Oh, yeah. When do I get monetized on? Honestly, it could be next week. I've got the subs for it. No problem. I'm almost, coming up on 1,200. And I need a couple hundred more watch hours. And I think that'll be it. Not the goal for me, though, but it'll be exciting, right? Another step in this evolution of crypto and YouTube for me. So I am looking forward to that. Just a stepping stone. On my way to 10,000 subscribers, that would be super cool. If I keep it up and I'm consistent with the content and keep it real with people, I think I can get there. And I think, I want to be in the space for a long time. If that's possible, we will see. But I do appreciate everybody supporting the channel and coming on and talking. None of this happens without people like you. So if you guys ever have any live streams, any content creators on here, you guys have a live stream, always tag me in a Twitter and whatever, so I can get on there and support your channel as well. All right. Quality. I don't know, Quality, if you guys, do you do any live streaming, or do you just mainly do videos? I know you have a ton of videos out there. Nice to cheat me. Yep. Yep. And we will definitely have a party. I will have a live stream celebration once I get monetized, just for fun. Maybe a giveaway. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let me check out your channel. Daniel, I don't think Daniel, do you live stream, Daniel? Live streaming is definitely has been a way to get a lot more hours, for if you're trying to get get those hours out there. But I think that videos can get you more views and kind of help the algorithm out a little bit more than live streaming does. But I don't know. I'm not an expert on it. Let's see let's see if you live stream. I always, I'd like to get on other people's live streams, just kind of see what they do and chat with them, on there, on stream. Lives, no lives. Just thinking about doing a stream about StableFund and bringing people in to just chat. Yeah, live streaming, it can be a little nerve wracking. For some reason, I'm way more comfortable doing videos, but my confidence is building on the live stream. Definitely, for sure. It's come a long way. Go back and watch one of your first couple of videos you ever did on YouTube. And it is, I'm sure it's just like mine. It's very ugly. Once in a while, mainly in the morning. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I see a lot of the guys like you, Daniel, in Austin. He's at like 11 o'clock my time. He streams every day, but I'm at work, so I can't really I can't participate. Right, I can only really participate once I get home from work. So there's that. So I kind of it's kind of a bummer because I miss a lot of stuff. But that was sort of, yeah. Live streaming is its own animal, and really what this does for me, the confidence and the community building, I think, is the important aspect of this, being able to talk, chat with people and maybe bring other people on who might have different ideas, or they might be involved in other projects and I'm not. So we can all learn from each other. That was the important part here, that I need to do it. And I trust me, every single time right before live stream, I do get a little nervous. Because it's always that what if nobody shows up? What if I run out of stuff to talk about? What if what if? But just remember, this is a video. At the end of the day, this is a very long video that's going to go on my channel, and people can pick through it if they want and fast forward and rewind, and if they want to hear certain things. That really that's what it is. So that's how I sell it to myself. But you should think about doing a live stream sometime. But you are. Actually, I just thought about this. So you don't put your face on here. So you are undoxed. Am I correct, Quality? Is that an issue for you going forward if you just don't want to put your face out on video? I haven't watched all these, so I don't know if maybe you pop in once in a while, but that was the number one question for me doing a YouTube channel, right? Am I going to be, just in the background and not have my face out there, or going to have my face out there? But I thought I'm going to get more trust. There's going to be a little more trust factor, I think, once people see who you are, and the communication is a little bit better. They can kind of see your mannerisms and how you react to stuff, and facial expressions and whatnot, right? Those other parts of communication, the nonverbal parts. So for me, I was like, yeah, they can see my goofy face. And I wear a hat because I'm, going bald. So you got that. Always get nerves. Yeah. And that's, I'm sure that's totally normal for people. I'm a fairly outgoing person. I'm not shy, but it's a confidence thing, right? You're going to get out there and what happens if nobody shows up? Well, whatever, what happens? It's not the end of the world. I don't have a webcam yet, just a desktop monitor. I may get one soon. Totally agree. Seeing a face brings, yeah, it does bring more trust. Tim Shea, hey, you take care also. Hopefully you have a good weekend. I appreciate you showing up, and hope you enjoyed the discussion here today. But yeah, that's that's why I'm on. That's why I do it. I can't care about all the imperfections, that we all have, and the insecurities that we all have. You just got to get out there and do it. So anyway, guys, so as Tim Shea leaves, I think I'm done for the day. I think we're done. But yeah, Quality, think about doing a stream. I'd love to have you on if you get yourself a webcam. Daniel, definitely be getting together with you and see if we can put together an XRP stream. That would be cool. Maybe we could make it an occasional event. That would be nice to talk to somebody else about XRP. Not a lot of people understand it, and that's the thing, because there's so much involved in XRP and the whole ecosystem, the Ripple's RippleNet and their on-demand liquidity product that they have now, and they do have basically like a leasing. You can lease XRP tokens, to use it for on-demand liquidity and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's it. Have a great day. Let's do it. Yep. Okay. It's a thing. We'll talk about it. We'll get something scheduled. I appreciate you guys showing up. As always, thank you. Like that, hit that like button on the way out. And you guys have a great rest of your Saturday and Sunday. All right. Peace out.